Hi, I'm Jon Virtes, the community manager for Flipboard, here on our red couch with none other than Robert Scoble, the man who scours the earth looking for new technology for rack space. We're here towards the end of South by Southwest Interactive and wanted to pick your brain, get your thoughts on how the show's been. What have you done?
Unbelievable networking. I mean, this is one event where the entire industry seems to come. And you walk down the street and you just meet people who are, starting companies or famous celebrities or people who just build companies, do web stuff, and it's a great place to recruit and meet people.
Yeah, catch up with everybody. So what have you seen? What's been intriguing?
There hasn't been a whole lot of, I've been asking everybody the same question. Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of technology that was announced here.
Right.
Because it's not really that great a place to announce things because everybody's not focused in one room. It's not like TED where everybody sits in one room and everybody gets to see one thing all at the same time. But it is a great place to accelerate and to try and to see what the trends are. And so probably the biggest trend here has been all these group messaging apps. The GroupMe's, the Beluga, the Yabongo, and that stuff. And because when you're going between 13 parties, you need to text to your friends and go, "Where the hell are you, man? Duran's got to be here."
Sure. Yeah, we were using Beluga to coordinate our couch plans too between our teams. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's probably been the use case. I did find one app that came out here called Local Mind, which shows everybody who checked in on near you in the last couple minutes on both Local Mind and Foursquare, so it knows where they are, and it's sort of a mixture between Quora, which is a Q&A engine, and Foursquare. So let's say I'm going to the Media Temple party tonight. I can text over, "Hey, has the party started yet?" If I see some people there, or is there a long line, or are they serving drinks yet? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can sort of talk to people who are around you that you don't necessarily know and get answers, and it's really pretty interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, you may even be able to make some connections before you even get there, right?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So as for the nightlife and the parties, I saw you posting the other night that you were at some crazy party mixing drinks in the back room. How'd that go? He said it was one of the craziest parties you'd been to at South by Southwest.
I've been to so many crazy parties, I'm not even sure which one that was. But one of the crazier things we did, we took the Delivering Happiness bus. So Tony Hsieh, the CEO of Zappos, bought this big-ass rock and roll bus. And he's been driving around the country, but he brought it here and he's been driving it around town and turned it into a party bus. And we took 15 geeks, including one of the Flipboard founders, and we took them out to Lockhart, Texas.
Yeah, which geek did you grab, Evan or?
Evan.
Nice.
Yeah, and we went to Lockhart, Texas for some barbecue, and that was awesome.
Oh, cool. So we had a question actually posted on Facebook. We mentioned that we were interviewing you this afternoon, and the one that we pulled together that was interesting was if, in the face of this growing social media and the globalization of social media, do you think there's going to be a big limitation with countries like China and things that are limiting internet access?
Yeah, when we went over to China, the kids, it's really interesting. The kids hand us a list of proxy servers so we could get out and get to Twitter and get to Facebook and get to whatever else we wanted to get to. The reality is it's more protectionism at this point than it is really anything else. So what they do, they turn off the firewall. Let's say there's a new service, XYZ service, turn off the firewall, they let the kids in China use it and start building an audience there. And then if it gets too important, or if they start talking about Tiananmen Square or porn or something, they'll put the firewall back up, which blocks that. But in that time, they've had hundreds of engineers who cloned that service and built a copy of it. And so all the kids get moved over to the Chinese Facebook in this case. There's a lot of Chinese Facebooks, perfect word for word copies. In fact, they have so many users, and they actually have valuations that are about equal to Facebook's, if not more. It's crazy. So this is a very anti-American thing. It's really keeping us out of the local market in with the firewall. Then you also have the PR problem of, well, if I really want to play the games, I have to be inside the firewall and have a shadow service, and I have to play the legal games of that local market. which is really pretty nasty, right? Because you have to agree to all sorts of censorship, and you have to agree to sit there with a government censor and let them have access to your content. That's not an American thing. Americans don't like that at all. So.
Right.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, interesting. Great answer. As far as those clones go, too, I think there's a couple of Chinese flipboards running around, too. That cool. And I think earlier we were talking, you were mentioning Uber as an interesting service that had a great presence.
Yeah,
here.
that's how I got over here.
Nice.
So on Uber, you pull out your iPhone, right? And you pull up Uber on it, and you say, okay, I'm here. And so it knows that there's a GPS in your phone. It knows where you are. So you say, I'm here. And then you say, get me a cab. And it shows you all the cabs near you. And then one of them says, okay, I'm coming for you. And you see his little icon getting closer to you.
Oh, cool.
And it tells you he's 3 minutes away. And then when he gets to you, you see that it tells you your cab's here. And you look over, oh yeah, then my cab's here. And then you get in the cab, and he takes you wherever you want. And you don't pay him any money, right? At least cash money.
Right.
What he has a little iPhone on his bike bars or in his limo, because I've ridden some of the limos here too, and the driver hits what the charge is. He asks you, do you want to leave me a tip? And then it costs $18 to come over here, and he enters that in, and it charges my credit card and sends me a receipt automatically. It's really
that's fantastic.
Really elegant, and it's in some cities right now, San Francisco, I think New York, and just for this week, the Austin thing.
Yeah, it really makes sense since cab drivers they're essentially independent contractors now, so they don't really need a central booking agent anymore. You just it's a clever service.
Yeah,
Kicking myself that we hadn't been using it to get around town. Actually.
It was a great promotion because they hired 100 pedicabs in town to drive people around, and they all had the Uber signs on them. So everybody's like, oh yeah, Uber cab, let's go get the Uber cab. So.
Excellent,
Yeah.
very cool. Well, thank you very much for your time. Love to get a wrap up from you.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you. Thank you very much.
And I'll see you guys on the flipboards.